What is poppin', Mafia Family? It is your Don Daddy, and welcome back to another episode of What If. We're going to be talking about what if Nin was in bars. And you might be asking yourself, Midnight, in what? Well, that's where the fun comes in. So we're going to be taking different anime series, and we're going to be adding the concept of Nin to said series. So if you're like, I don't know what Nin is at all, what is Nin? I have to point right here to Hunter x Hunter, one of the best animes I have ever seen, and one of the most complicated mangas I have ever read, in my own dumb opinion. But it is. I love Hunter x Hunter. I truly do. But more than anything, I love Nin, right? I think Nin is top tier category, power scaling concept. Like it's such a good use of, how do I say it's such a good power system where I think Chakra is good, I think Ki is good, I think Haki, I don't know, don't shame me, I don't really know anything about One Piece, but Haki is Haki, you know what I'm saying? I know they have different types of Haki, and I know they have different types of devil fruit, so I know like all of these are good, right? But I don't know, man, there's something about Nin that just draws me into it, right? And before we can start this series and truly dive deep into it, I'm going to do a quick synopsis of what Nin is, right? And if you want to know what Nin is in a more complicated, in-depth manner, this is not the video for it. There are tons of videos out on YouTube that you can already go look up, and they can give you a great explanation to what Nin is, or you can do like what I did and just go to the Hunter x Hunter wiki and look up Nin. It's not super hard, which is actually what I'm going to do right now to make sure I don't get any of the information incorrect. So let me pop let me pop it up real quick and give you the Hunter x Hunter wiki definition of Nin. Nin is one of the defining features in the manga of Hunter x Hunter, blah blah blah. It's a technique that all living beings use to manipulate their own life energy, known as aura. The term Nin, blase blase, blah 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 blah. Okay, don't really care about that part. Let me scroll down some and just tell you. Because we're not even going to talk about how you learn Nin or the basic properties upon Nin. We really just want to talk about Nin natures, because all Nin has different, is it nature specialties? I guess is what you would call them. You know, specialty is one. So there's different types of auras that people are born with, and I'm going to put I'm going to put it on screen, the little chart that tells you what each one is, right? But there are different types of, Nin users. And so there's the enhancement Nin user, the transmutation, the conjurer, the specialist, the manipulator, and the emissions Nin user. So all of these users can do different things. Well, they all are naturally gifted in different areas. You can learn how to do Nin in multiple different spots, but certain ones are more difficult. So if you're looking at the chart, you see the mission, and right across from it is the conjurer. So for those two, it would be difficult to learn the opposite ones. Those would be the hardest ones to master. But they are decent at learning transmutation if you're a conjurer, or specialist. Specialist doesn't count because it's its own unique one. So like their conjurers are good at using transmutation if they want to learn another one, or enhancements are good at emission and transmutation. So you get that concept of it, of what they can do. And most of the time, I would say 9 out of 10 times, people who use Nin, who are trying to master their Nin, they focus on theirs and they might use a little of the other two, but they're not going to extend themselves so far as to say being an enhancement user and try to use manipulation Nin. It is possible to do so, but it's unlikely. So what we're going to do in this series is focus on which ones I think they fall under. So your next question might be, well, Midnight, how do you know what they fall under? And there's really no concrete way of figuring this out, right? There's no science to it. There's just, this is Nin and this is what you're born with. But there's a character in Hunter x Hunter named Hisoka. Well, no, there are two ways to find out. So there's a way to find out what you are, which is called the water divinity. Oh my god, it's the water test, okay? And the water test, basically, they put a leaf in a glass of water, and depending on how the leaf in or water reacts to your orb, can tell you what you are. But we can't do that. So what we're going to use is Hisoka's personality test. And so Hisoka, who is a character in he's a character in Hunter x Hunter, mentions that most people who have a certain aura type have a certain personality. And that's what we're going to read off. I will also put a screenshot of it on the screen. So we have the Enhancer, who are simple, determined. Most of them never lie. They don't hide anything. They're very straightforward characters. Then you have the Transmuter, who are whimsical and prone to be fickle. They have a unique attitude and regarded as weirdos or tricksters. You have the Emitter, who's impatient, not detail-oriented, and quick to react in a violent manner. Volatile is what he says, but yeah, manner. You have the Conjurer, who is high-strung and overly serious, stoic, and nervous. You have the Manipulator, who has an argumentative and logical, who are argumentative and logical. They advance at their own pace and tend to want to keep families and loved ones safe. And then you have these Specialists, who are independent and charismatic. This is a broad stroke of what the personalities would be of said users. And that's what we're going to be basing this series upon. We're going to take Hisoka's personality test, we're going to move them to other series, and we're going to talk about what Nin types these specific characters would have. On top of that, we're going to talk about how I think that might change how they interact or how they fight. So to give a quick example of what I'm talking about, let's take the Enhancer type in Goku, because they go pretty well together. If you look at it, a simple and determined, most of them never lie, they don't hide anything, they're straightforward in their actions and their thinking. The words of actions often dominated by feelings. They are generally very selfish and focused on their goals. This is reflected in their Nin, as Enhancer types rely on simple and uncomplicated Hatsu techniques. You don't need to worry about what Hatsu is. It's just one of the things that fall under Nin, right? If you go to what Enhancers can do, they strengthen themselves. Enhancer types make themselves stronger. They can either be offensive or defensive, but they just enhance one's own personal abilities. And they can fall under a category of things that they enhance. So you can enhance one's healing factor. You can enhance the strength of someone's movement. You can make yourself faster. It all depends upon how you do it. So in Hunter x Hunter, the main character Gong uses it. He enhances his strength of his fist. So that very simple, right? So for Goku, Goku's already a Saiyan. He's already extremely strong. Imagine him being able to enhance one of his punches, or enhance his a kick, or a clothesline, or a headbutt, or something of that nature. I don't think for Goku his actual fighting style or anything like that would change much, because of how Ki works and how strong Goku already naturally is. I don't think that would change much. Enhancer types within the realm of anime, shonen anime at least, probably wouldn't change a ton about how the character fights, because most enhancer types aren't super complicated with what they do. But if you changed it from an enhancer type to, let's say we went to a emitter. Let's say we went from an enhancer type to an emitter type. And I don't have any emitter types off the top of my head that I can use based off their personality. I think Apache would be an emitter. Something emitters can do is take their aura and separate it from their body. Now you can separate it from your body and you can form it into other things. A lot of the time they do things like form it into energy balls or beams or things of that nature. But there have been instances in Hunter x Hunter where they've also used that to go through walls or to even teleport using this ability of separating their aura. So I think that would change how Kenpachi fought if he actually wanted to train and learn Nin. Now, if you know Bleach, you know Kenpachi training and things of that nature doesn't really seem to fall under his category of what he would do. But if he did, that's what we were talking about. So this is just going to be the introduction episode of What If Men Within series, because this series will probably be going on until around maybe February. Yeah, I want to put up one a week, and I'm going to break it up into series, and I have a couple series that I want to do. But I know I'm going to miss some weeks, so probably until around February, we'll be doing What If Men Within. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. If you haven't watched Hunter x Hunter, I highly recommend watching it. It's a great one. And I will tell you, if you are a fan of Hunter x Hunter and a fan of My Hero Academia, then come back next week, because we are going to be doing What If Men Within My Hero Academia. That's actually what inspired me to do this series as a whole, because I think that would change their fighting styles in My Hero by a lot. So please come back next week, watch it, support it, and if you have any questions, please just comment down below, or even better, go follow me on Twitter, so let's talk and chat about it, man. I really, really am looking forward to doing this series. I love you guys. Stay blessed up. My only question is, are you not entertained? Peace.